Greetings everyone, welcome back to my OGs who are my original green squad. If this is your first time here, big up yourself and welcome. My name is Monique, a 51-year-old from the beautiful island of Jamaica. I have a deep love for medicinal plants, especially the ones that grow right here in the Caribbean. I enjoy learning about them and sharing what I've discovered with like-minded people who want to explore natural ways to support their health. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about broomweed, a plant that grows wild in many parts of the world, including right here in Jamaica, and is used traditionally across various cultures to treat a wide range of ailments. You might even have it growing near you and not know just how powerful it is. We'll be looking at what this plant is, the ailments it's used to treat, the parts of the plant used for medicine, and how it's prepared and used. I'll also share some important precautions to keep in mind if you're thinking of using it medicinally. So stick around because this is one of those herbs that truly shows how healing can come straight from the land. The scientific name for broomweed is Sida Acuta. Its preferred common name is Sida. In Jamaica, it is commonly referred to as broomweed. In other parts of the world, it is commonly called wireweed, common wireweed, broom grass, cheeseweed, and southern cedar, among many other common names in different languages. Broomweed is believed to have originated in Central America, but today it grows widely across the Caribbean, other parts of the Americas, parts of Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. In Jamaica, it can be found growing wildly, organically, and abundantly along roadsides, in cow pastures, in backyards, and in other green spaces, so it's definitely not hard to find. The plant itself is a small shrub that has stems that can grow up to about 1 meter tall. The leaves are lanceolate in shape, simple, and they are alternately arranged on the stem. They are slightly hairy with toothed edges. The flowers are small and yellow with 5 petals. They usually appear singly, however sometimes they appear in pairs or triplets. After flowering, the plant produces small dry fruits that split into several segments, each containing a tiny seed. The seeds are often black or dark brown and can easily stick to clothing or animal fur. Broomweed is known for its wide range of medicinal uses. Traditionally, it has been used to help with fevers, coughs, colds, asthma, bronchitis, malaria, wounds, ulcers, sores, skin infections, abscesses, snake bites, insect bites, rheumatism, inflammation, headache, toothache, abdominal pain, nerve pain and sciatica, menstrual cramps, reproductive issues, diarrhea, dysentery, indigestion, fatigue and general weakness, urinary diseases, blood diseases, biliary diseases, liver diseases, neurological diseases, kidney issues, gonorrhea, plasmodial infection, epidermal infection, breast cancer, hemorrhoids, erectile dysfunction, elephantitis, intestinal worms, measles, high blood pressure, and infertility. The entire plant is considered medicinal, but the leaves are the most commonly used part. Here's how it's traditionally prepared and used. For fever and malaria, the whole plant is often boiled to make a decoction, which is then consumed. For wounds, a poultice made from crushed fresh leaves is applied directly to the skin to help fight infection and speed up healing. For superficial wounds, to prevent infection and promote healing, a decoction is made from the leaves and used externally. To treat an abscess, a poultice is made from the plant and used topically to soften the abscess and remove pus from it. For inflammation and pain, the leaves are crushed and made into a paste and used topically on the affected area. For nerve pain or sciatica, both internal teas and external applications of the decoction are used. To treat stubborn body pains, the root is soaked in water and consumed, or a decoction is made from the roots and taken. For erectile dysfunction, the stem or root of the plant is chewed and the juice swallowed. To relieve menstrual pain, the roots are sometimes boiled and the tea is consumed a few days before and during menstruation. For coughs and colds, tea made from the leaves is consumed. For respiratory issues, the leaves are often placed in hot water and used in the form of steam inhalation. To bring relief from a toothache, the root is chewed. The leaves are chewed to treat gonorrhea. And to treat kidney problems, a decoction of the root and corn silk is consumed. While broom mead has a long history of use, there are a few precautions to keep in mind. Consult with a healthcare provider before using this plant, especially if you are taking prescribed drugs or you have an underlying medical condition. Consult with a qualified herbalist before using this herb so that he or she can guide you appropriately. Pregnant women should avoid using it unless under the guidance of a qualified herbalist, as it may affect uterine contractions. And always make sure the plant is properly identified, as it can be confused with other similar looking species. So that's it for today, my friends. Broom weed may look like a simple weed, but it's full of powerful healing potential. Just another example of how nature provides what we need, often right at our feet. If you've used this plant before, drop a comment below and share your experience. And if you learned something new today, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next herbal spotlight. Walk good, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bless up.